Hi, everybody. I'm Sandy Friedman. I'm sorry, I've been having technical difficulties with my computer, so I'm using my phone in order to join you. Um, so I'm sorry about that. So today I'm very excited to kick you off to talk about the finalists that are going to be announced for the Direct Service Professional of the Year, Case Manager of the Year, and Advocate of the Year. Um, so we could So could you advance the slide? And we're streaming live via Facebook, and the link is there. And we also have a slide deck and recordings that will be archived on www.alliancecolorado.org/IDD Awareness Day. Okay, next slide, please. I can't, is it being advanced, Josh? Because I don't see it.
Hello, everyone. This is my favorite webinar of the year. I just wanted to, it's awesome to be able to honor so many great professionals that work in our industry. My name is Josh Rael, and I'm the Executive Director of Alliance. And Alliance is a nonprofit statewide association comprised of intellectual and developmental disability case management agencies, provider agencies, early intervention brokers, and businesses and advocates alike that are serving the IDD community. And I know that many of our members are online hosting some watch parties. I see them popping up all on the screen. You're welcome to introduce yourself in the chat if you want to, but welcome to this year's webinar. I'll turn it over to Elizabeth.
Thanks, Josh. Hi, all. My name is Elizabeth Moran, and I have the honor of serving as the Executive Director of the ARC of Colorado. For those of you who aren't already familiar, the ARC of Colorado's mission is to promote and protect the human rights of people with intellectual and developmental disabilities and actively support their full inclusion and participation in the community throughout their lifetime. Some beliefs that the ARC of Colorado holds true to is that all people have moral and civil rights, providing them with opportunities to love, work, play, learn, pray, worship, everything that they do in their communities, and the community of their choice, and really recognizing that individuals with IDD have inherent value and they bring their strengths and abilities to communities to enrich them, are equal before the law, and should be treated with equal dignity and respect. For those of you who aren't familiar with how our network is set up, we are a 15-chapter network. We are an pure advocacy network, and we have 14 local chapters who provide advocacy and education and resources and advocates to individuals and their families to help support them navigating systems, really honoring their rights. And then my team serves as the sort of the legislative and public policy arm of our network. We are all affiliated and we are all privately funded 501c3 nonprofit organizations through the generous support of our thrift stores. So my shameless plug here is if you're not already donating and shopping at our thrift stores, do go shopping. And I'll turn it back over to Sandy really quick. Sandy, you want to give an introduction to JFK?
Yeah, I will. And I'm sorry, I've been having all these technical difficulties, so I really apologize. So I'm Sandy Friedman. I'm Executive Director of JFK Partners. And JFK Partners is Colorado's University Center for Excellence in Developmental Disabilities. And we have a leadership education and neurodevelopmental disabilities program. And our mission is to promote the individuality, inclusion, active community engagement, health and well-being of all people of diverse backgrounds with developmental disabilities and their families. And there is at least one LEND and USAID in every state of the union, including the territories. And our LEND program is an interdisciplinary training program, and our USAID program focuses on research, community outreach, technical assistance, and dissemination. And we're thrilled to be here today with the Alliance and the ARC and all of you.
Great. So now I want to talk just a little bit about DD Awareness Month and why the month of March is so important. And, you know, every March we celebrate something pretty powerful, which is called Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month. And it's an opportunity to honor the diverse talents, the dreams, the achievements of people with IDD. So whether that is autism or cerebral palsy or Down syndrome or learning disorders, or some combination of disabilities, these are all part of the human experience, and the people living with them have stories that need to be heard. And so in March, we spend a lot of our time lifting up the voices of people with IDD so that those stories can be heard. DD Awareness Month is based on the fundamental belief that everyone deserves to write their own life story. So that means real and meaningful access and engagement in their education, meaningful employment, quality healthcare, and genuine community connections. And right now, as I think we all know, there are so many barriers that are standing in the way of those basic rights. So this month, we are turning up the volume on those voices and we're calling for change. The roots of DD Awareness Month can be traced back to 1987, when President Reagan first declared March as a month to raise awareness. And this is a quote, "According to our fellow citizens with such disabilities, both encouragement and the opportunities they need to lead productive lives and to achieve their full potential." So to that end, every March is filled with events and activities and honors such as this one to lift up the voice of people with disabilities, raise awareness, and advocate for those basic rights. So some of you may have participated last week in what we call DRAD, which is Disability Rights Advocacy Day. We celebrated last Thursday, March 6th at the Capitol. We have our best guess is somewhere between around 300 and 400 attendees. We had over 600 people register to attend that event. And I am told by several of our friends and colleagues at the Capitol that it is the largest advocacy event so far this year at the Capitol, which we're very proud of. We were honored during that event to meet with many legislators to share information. The governor came and read a proclamation. We were visited by the lieutenant governor, and we were spearheaded for a press conference by Representative Chad Clifford and his incredible team. And it was just a really, really wonderful day of raising the voices of all disability in the state of Colorado to really highlight our abilities and what is important to us, and how those legislators, those elected officials who are in positions for making decisions on our behalf can best support us. So, and then of course, next week we have IDD Awareness Day on March 19th. And all of this is part of raising awareness. So I would encourage you, outside of even these two events, to tell your story, to find a way to lift up the voices of people with disabilities in Colorado. And to follow this. We're here all year to meet us, to know us, and to involve us.
Thank you, Elizabeth. And DRAD was rad. It was pretty cool.
Love it.
I love it. And we are bookmarking the month with starting out with DRAD and then moving on to, as Elizabeth mentioned, IDD Awareness Day. And that is going to be on March 19th. That is also at the Capitol. And if you can't make it to Denver, don't worry. We're going to have some online opportunities for you as well. So you can watch from the comfort of your home or office. But I wanted to walk you through some of the events that are happening on March 19th at the Capitol. So we're kicking things off in the morning with a legislator coffee and light refreshments, starting around 8 o'clock, between 8 and 9 o'clock, when the legislators are all starting to come into the Capitol. We will be out in front of what we call the old Supreme Court chamber on the second floor. It's on the north side of the Capitol. We'll be having those refreshments. And then we're also inside of the chamber having a quick briefing on policy and budget matters, bills and budget issues that are happening. That's something we do every year to kind of prep people to find out what's happening at the Capitol that year and get them motivated to talk to their legislators throughout the day. At 9 o'clock is when everything kicks off at the Capitol. You will have the Pledge of Allegiance. This year we have a person that is receiving services from Imagine, Jeff. He's going to be doing the Pledge of Allegiance in the House. We have some tributes that we will be doing in both the House and the Senate, and we have our tribute sponsors listed here. It is in the House, Representative Johnson and Representative Byrd, and in the Senate, we have Senator Kirkmeyer and Senator Michelson Janae. And you can watch that all from your computer. And that happens all around 9 o'clock. So sometimes the tributes are a little bit pushed after they do some business, so you kind of have to just hang tight. But a lot of time, the tribute, they'll read they'll read the tribute, and then legislators will have an opportunity to come and say how and what the IDD community means to them, and how they work with a lot of you in the community. And then at the luncheon, so between that and the luncheon, we'll have opportunities to talk to your legislators in the lobby of the Capitol, the House and the Senate. You can watch different committee hearings, or you can just watch what's happening in the galleries. It's a pretty cool day, and it's a beautiful building. So if you've never been, it would be an awesome opportunity. The luncheon is unfortunately sold out. We have a limited capacity, 300 people, which is still quite a lot of people to bring to this luncheon. We usually get about 300 to 500 people at our awareness day. But the luncheon will also be broadcast, and I promise this will be broadcast. I know that right now some of you might be watching this as a recording, and we had some technical issues trying to get this to broadcast on Facebook. But we hire professionals for the luncheon to help us and ensure that this will be broadcast live, so you can watch it as it's happening. And at that event, we will have a keynote speaker, our 2024 Legislator of the Year, Barbara Kirkmeyer, as well as parents, case managers, and DSPs, and advocates all speaking throughout the day. And we will also be giving out the awards. All right, the awards, that's what you're all here for. We are now going to move on to announce the finalists, the nominees and the finalists for several different awards. We are going to first start with the Direct Support Professional of the Year awards. I know many DSPs are right now watching from your office or from the community. And so we are going to start by congratulating all of the nominees for Direct Support Professional for 2025. So there's a lot of folks on here. I'm not going to go through and read all of these names, but if your name is on here or you know somebody on here, please give them a round of applause as our nominee this year. Thank you for everyone that submitted nominations. There are so many people that we could thank and nominate, but these folks really went above and beyond, and they're at their agencies, and somebody, their boss, probably said, let's nominate them for this prestigious award. All right, well, now it's time to announce the finalists. And the finalists, again, we will announce the winner at the luncheon, but these 3 finalists are all invited to the Capitol. They're invited to have lunch with us, and we'll have a VIP table reserved for them. So moving on, drum roll, please. Elizabeth and Sandy, give me a drum roll. All right, we are going to announce the finalists for DSP of the Year awards. We have 3 this year. We have Spencer Godges from Imagine, Dan Kramer from Dungarvan of Colorado, and then we have Chris Leroy from Envision. So what we're doing now is we're gonna pause. I'm gonna stop, and I'm gonna call on somebody from each of these agencies to do a quick little intro and to let us know more about these nominees. I'm going to start with, I think Kristen is going to be speaking first up from Imagine. So Kristen, if you're there, I'm going to turn it over to you to talk about Spencer.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for having us. We're very excited to be here, very proud of Spencer. I just wanted to say that Spencer does such a great job prioritizing the well-being of the individuals he supports, fostering person-centered care that truly does make a difference. His commitment to building those meaningful relationships helps the individuals form strong social and familial connections, and he consistently demonstrates innovation, finding creative solutions to meet individuals' needs and support their personalized goals. So through these qualities, Spencer has a lasting impact on both the people he serves and the broader community. And I am honored to be able to work with such a wonderful individual. And thank you. Yeah, Spencer is also one of our behavior technicians at Imagine. So
congratulations, Spencer. We look forward to meeting you at the luncheon. All right, Johnny from Dungarvan. I think you're in Colorado Springs. You're up next. And Johnny was also a winner of our past award.
Everybody, I'm Johnny Nelson, Program Director, Colorado Springs, Dungarvan. And Dan has been working in this field for over 25 years. And he's seated behind you. And he's right behind me there. There's Dan. The great thing though is not only has he been in the business for 25 plus years, but he's been in the business doing it at a very high level of excellence. I mean, everything that he does with the folks that he serves is always above and beyond. I mean, it never ceases to amaze us here in the Colorado Springs office how lucky we are to really have him on our team. The folks that he's been working with them for a very, very long time. And a couple of them are here with us today to help support Dan. And, I just can't say enough great things about him. He's always there for us when we need him, but more importantly, he's always there for the people that we serve. He does some extraordinarily out of the box things with these folks that make us so proud. And he's always going above and beyond. So really it's my pleasure to introduce to you Dan Cranmer.
Congratulations, Dan. Thank you, Johnny. And
Thank you.
finally, we are going to move over to Greeley. Fun fact, 3 of our speakers are from Greeley at the luncheon this year because we had a couple of winners from Greeley. You guys are doing it right up in Greeley. So I'm going to turn it over to Sean from Envision, who will introduce us to Chris.
Hi, I'm here to introduce Chris Leroy. She's one of our program facilitators. Chris is an absolute inspiration, a beacon of compassion, and a driving force behind the remarkable success of our art program. She possesses the rare and invaluable gift of the ability to connect authentically with every individual she encounters, the people we support, her fellow staff, and our community partners. She's not just a direct support professional. She's an artist, an advocate, a leader, and a true champion for the individuals we serve. Her passion, her talent, and her unwavering commitment make her an exceptionally deserving candidate for the Direct Support Professional of the Year. She's an invaluable asset to Envision, and we are incredibly proud to nominate her for this prestigious award.
Awesome. I could hear the applause from all over the state, but you all are on mute because we had to mute you just in case. Okay, next up is the Case Manager of the Year award. This is our second year giving out this award. And Sandy, are you able to bring us on to the Case Management of the Year awards? I think I saw you.
Yeah, here I am.
All right, so we ready to announce the nominees? Let's do it. Here are the nominees. All right, Sandy, I'll turn it over to you.
Congratulations to all the 2025 Case Manager nominees listed on the slide. Please take a moment to read the names and agencies of those nominated. A really outstanding group of nominees this year. So for the 3 finalists for 2025 is Hannah Zorn from Community Connections, Kaylin Barraza from Rocky Mountain Human Services, and Libby Hoy from Foothills Gateway Incorporated. So again, just like for the direct support professionals, for case managers, we're going to have some people say a few words. So first up is Tara Keene, Elizabeth Fabry, or Jamie. I'm not certain who is there from the Arc of Southwest Colorado. Who's going to be introducing?
I think
Hannah?
first up is Community Connections. So do we have somebody from Community Connections down in Durango in the south?
Yes, I'm here. It's Elizabeth
Hey,
Fabry.
Elizabeth.
Thank you, everyone.
Great. Well, thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to brag about Hannah, because it is very easy to do. Hannah is our intake case manager at Community Connections, and we serve Southwest portion of Colorado. And in her job, she has as intake case manager, she has the ongoing knowledge of all of the different waivers, all of the state general fund programs, including early intervention, and she keeps up with all of the changes to all of those programs on a regular basis. So she also completes all of our developmental disability and developmental delay determinations, and she holds intake meetings with those who qualify to facilitate the enrollment process with them. Hannah is the first person to talk to individuals and families who call Community Connections for more information on services and supports. Her knowledge, compassion, integrity with these calls are outstanding, and she's always ensuring that everyone who's talking to her gets a person-centered, informed decision about which direction they want to go. Hannah is also a fierce advocate. You want her on your side. When she sees an obstacle with successfully navigating a complicated system, she goes into action and works through those barriers. Examples of this are creating educational handouts for individuals and families. She partners with the ARC of Southwest Colorado and with a local nonprofit in Bayfield that supports families. Hannah also represents CCI at numerous outreach events to increase awareness of who we are and what we do over all the communities that we serve. And she always adds games and prizes to draw people to the table and try to make it fun. Finally, Hannah's an incredible supporter of our case management team. Whenever someone is facing a medical event or a family crisis, Hannah is the first person to send out an email coordinating gift baskets with comfort items, gift cards, household items, toys for the kids, you name it. And then she hand delivers those baskets to the staff. Hannah is a true team player, and she is always volunteering time that she does not have for the greater good, to support her colleagues and to support the organization as a whole. So these are just some of the many reasons why Community Connections and the ARC of Southwest Colorado feel that Hannah is very deserving of the Case Manager of the Year award. And in short, we love her, and we're all blessed to have her in our lives. Thank you.
Congratulations, Hannah. Well deserved, well deserved. Now, do we have someone from Rocky Mountain Human Services to introduce Kaylin?
Yes. Can you hear us?
Yes.
Yes. Hi, I'm Winnie, and I have Kaylin next to me. She has been here at RMHS for about 2.5 years, and she is a case manager in our ongoing side. And she primarily works with our family support clients, but also is a huge support to our non-IDD case managers, doing enrollments with waivers, and then also is slowly dabbling in the IDD world for our CES insured. Kaylin is always on top of all of her work. It's never late, and if it is, she has a very valid reason why that is. She's often one of the staff members that we use for training. So we want other case managers that we've hired that are going through the training process to go observe her do work, her post work and her prep work, and then the actual meeting with the families. We've gotten feedback from a lot of our new hires that it was the best meeting they ever shadowed, because Kaylin is so thorough and so attentive to her families. Kaylin is also somebody that we'll go to that when we need something done and we need it done efficiently and effectively, she is there to do it. She also is somebody that we'll go to when we need extra work completed, or maybe have a difficult case that we're working on, and she's always somebody that we can reach out to, and she's very confident in her work. She also is a parent of 3 kids, and I think being a case manager and having kids also plays a huge role in being an advocate for families. Just firsthand, you know what it's like having kids in your home, and she's there supporting her families the best that she can. So that's what I have to say about Kaylin. She's wonderful. Our team loves her, and she's always putting a smile on even our agents, our department's team, because she just has lots to say, and it's always fun and positive.
Congratulations, Kaylin. Also sounds very well deserved. So all the best. And now I'm hoping we have somebody from Foothills Gateway to talk about Libby.
Hi, my name's Sienna. I'm here to introduce Libby Hoy right here. It's my honor to introduce her. She's been with us for 6 years. She's one of our great case managers. She's exceptional what she's doing. She's dedicated. She's a great advocate. I can't express how much her teams enjoy having her and working with her. She's consistent, goes above and beyond, and supports the members that she works with. She's always requested to work with the challenging cases. She's great at mediating between the teams that maybe are having frustrations with one another. She's great at resources and helping people find the resources they need, especially with those maybe that are unhoused. She's really great at helping those individuals. She has expertise working with the IDD field, but she's always willing to jump in and help with the other waivers when that's needed. And also always willing to help her fellow case managers with whatever they need. So she's looked at also as a great mentor for new case managers. So when new case managers come, she's always willing to help train them and be someone that they can shadow her and learn her techniques and learn how to, interact with individuals in a way that is very person-centered and in a way that the members just feel appreciated. And yeah, so Libby excels at case management. Her work is just phenomenal. I can't express how much we appreciate her and the compassion she has for her work and for her coworkers. She's just amazing and we love her to death. Thank you.
Congratulations, Libby. Great round of applause. Congratulations, Libby.
Thank you.
Finalists sound wonderful. And so, and this is very exciting. And we'll see, we'll see you at IDD Awareness Day when we announce the winner, but you all are winners in my book. So thank you.
All right, Elizabeth, you're gonna take us home with the Advocate of the Year nominees and finalists.
All right. Well, I always say that inclusion is my love language and advocacy is my jam. So it's my great pleasure to introduce the nominations for Advocate of the Year Award. So I hope you will take a few minutes just to read the names that are on this list and send a hearty congratulations to all of the 2025 Advocate nominees that are listed on this slide. It really is an outstanding group of advocates for the IDD community. And drum roll, please, as we move to the next slide to announce our 2025 Advocate of the Year finalist. It is my great pleasure to introduce all of you to C.G. LaScala from the ARC Arapahoe Douglas and Elbert counties, Gabby Gonzalez from Friends of Broomfield, and Brent Belisle from the ARC of Jefferson County. And I'd like to take this opportunity to invite some folks who would like to share with you a little bit about these three finalists and why they were nominated. So first up, I would like to invite Lee Ray from the ARC of Arapahoe, Douglas, and Elbert counties to talk about CG.
Thanks, Elizabeth. So yes, I am Lee Ray. I'm the Director of Advocacy here at the ARC Arapahoe, Douglas, and Elbert counties. I am so pleased to be able to introduce nominee for Advocate of the Year and my co-worker for many years, C.G. LaScala. I've been with the ARC for 28 years, but I've known CG even longer than that. I worked in a group home when I first met her about 35 years ago, and she was the advocate for one of the people I was supporting living in that home. And I met her at a IHP back then meeting, and I think by the end of that meeting, I knew what my career was gonna be. CG's not only been my mentor for those 28 years, she's been the mentor of every advocate that's come through these doors. Her knowledge is incredible. She is the educational expert that I've ever known in Colorado, I think. And it's her heart and her passion has set such an example for all of us. CG has been the heart and soul of the Arc, Arapahoe, Douglas, and Elbert counties for 40 of our 70 years. She celebrated her 40th anniversary late last year. She has made such an impact on so many people's lives, so many families, and again, so many of us here at the Arc. Every one of us can tell stories of families who have reached out to us or individuals who have reached out to us saying, yes, I used to work with CG and she was such a help. That's what brought me back here. So I, again, am honored to introduce her as one of the finalists for for the Advocate of the Year. And I would say she earned it for 40 years in a row. So it's time for us to definitely honor her. Thank you.
Thank you, Leah. Congratulations to CG. Next up, I would like to invite Chantel Tweeten-Crumbliss from Friends of Broomfield to introduce us to her nominee, Gabby Gonzalez.
Thank you, Elizabeth and members of Alliance. I am so thrilled to honor Gabby as a finalist for this nomination for Advocate of the Year. I've known Gabby for 2 years, and in that time, she has demonstrated true leadership in advocating for affordable housing for the IDD community. Gabby has been a key spokesperson for the Broomfield Housing Alliance, speaking up at city council meetings to support affordable housing projects being put in place by the Broomfield Housing Alliance. In October, Gabby delivered a powerful speech at the Boulder County Housing Summit. Gabby spoke about the critical need for affordable housing for the IDD community. Gabby's also achieved a significant milestone of her own when she moved into her own apartment. And when I asked Gabby what she would share with someone moving into their own apartment, Gabby said that living independently is getting to know your neighbors and getting to know your community, establishing relationships, and it's also about safety, locking your doors, making sure that you don't let anyone into your complex that doesn't belong there, speaking up when something isn't right, and of course, keeping use of a daily planner. So I just want to say, well done, Gabby, advocating for everyone's right to have access to affordable housing.
That's great. Thank you so much, Chantel, and congratulations again to Gabby. Next up, I'd like to invite Jessica Schaus from the Arc of Jefferson County to talk to us about Brent Belisle.
Everybody, my name is Jessica Schaus. I'm the Director of Teen and Young Adult Advocacy here at the Arc, Jefferson, Clear Creek, and Gilpin counties. It was our pleasure to nominate Brent for the 2025 Advocate of the Year. I have the great honor of serving as Brent's LMC, or Leader Manager Coach. Here at the ARC JCCJC, we use LMC in place of Manager Supervisor. Brent has been a consulting advocate with the ARC Jefferson, Clear Creek, and Gilpin counties for over 6 years. However, his advocacy efforts have been lifelong. Through his lived experience, Brent consistently shows our community what real passion, dedication, and advocacy looks like. From coordinating and leading local self-advocacy groups and encouraging people to use their voice, serving on various committees, to offering training for local law enforcement officers and many other outreach efforts, Brent is always involved advocating and ensuring people living with IDD always have a voice at the table. He does not do this work for recognition and praise. He does it because he truly cares. Through his advocacy work, Brent has shown he has not only initiative, work ethic, and dedication, but perseverance both at his job and life itself. His advocacy efforts have no doubt shifted perspectives and made our community a better place for all, affecting lives in ways that may never fully be realized. Brent's not just tackling big systemic problems, he is creating a culture of kindness and compassion in our community where all are valued and welcomed. Often turning challenges into opportunities, Brent's positive, uplifting attitude, passion, and dedication are what makes him stand out as an amazing advocate and our choice for Advocate of the Year. Brent, let this recognition motivate you to reach even greater heights. You've proven that you have the skills to excel, innovate, and lead. Keep this momentum going. Use it to inspire yourselves and others.
Thank you, Jessica, and congratulations again to Brent. Please join me one more time with a hearty congratulations to all of our finalists for Advocate of the Year. So this concludes our 2025 IDD Day nominations. Congratulations to all of our accomplished nominees. If you've not purchased your tickets to the sold-out luncheon event so that you could attend in person, you'll want to be sure to tune in to the luncheon live stream on March 19th at 12 noon. You can find that link on Alliance's Facebook page, and that way you can see who wins each award. Again, congratulations to all of our nominees. Thanks so much to all of you for joining us today. We look forward to seeing many of you next Wednesday, March 19th for IDD Awareness Day 2025. Thank you.